Oh, yeah. Love that theme song. Hey, everybody, welcome aboard to WrestleWorld. Larry Mormon here. Thank you for downloading the podcast, whether through Spreaker or through iTunes or wherever you may be listening to. If I give it to you on a flash drive in the street, thank you for listening in. We actually got a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, June 19th. Actually, it's a Friday. It's a little out of the norm, if you will, for a pay-per-view to be on any other day than Sunday. I mean, in the past, there's been pay-per-views that have not been on Sundays. SummerSlam used to be on Mondays. What is it called? Survivor Series. Just drew a blank. Survivor Series was on Thanksgiving night, and then they moved it to Thanksgiving Eve, and then they moved it to Sunday. WrestleMania 2 was on a Monday, actually. But we have Ring of Honor returning to New York City, Best in the World, live on pay-per-view from Terminal 5, and that is going to be on Friday. And not only is it on a different time, but they got a different date, but they got a different start time. They're going to be live at 9 p.m. this Friday, or whenever you're listening, June 19th. I don't know if it's a 2-hour show or a 3-hour show, because they always had that kind of that rumor, if you will, that, there's a curfew in New York City, past 11 o'clock. But concerts go late at night, and ball games go late at night. So it may be 9 to midnight. I kind of doubt it. I don't know, wrestling till midnight, but I don't know what kind of show would incorporate that. But hey, nevertheless, Ring of Honor. If you want to watch a really good wrestling show, trust me, it's worth the $35. It's going to be on your local cable satellite providers. It's also going to be available on the Flips app. Now, the Flips app is a fairly new app that is designed for watching videos and TV shows and everything along those lines. But they've been doing a little bit of wrestling. In fact, the first time I used it, the only time I've used it, was for Wrestle Kingdom 9 this past January. New Japan Pro Wrestling in conjunction with Global Force Wrestling. I watched it on the Flips app because it wasn't available live on my cable provider, because that was at 2 a.m. It was live from Japan. But the app worked really well. There was some technical issues, but I think it was the first time they would use it for a wrestling show. But, they eventually got past that. TNA announced they're going to be broadcasting Slammiversary through Flips, along with cable providers. And Ring of Honor is going to air through Flips. I think with the WWE Network, not price-wise, but just availability-wise, I think a lot of these wrestling organizations are now going to the internet and going to these pay-per-view apps, if you will, which I like. It's smart. Again, it's cutting the cord, which I am a firm believer in, cutting the cord from cable and satellite providers. I feel like for the same amount of money, if not less, you can wiggle your way through entertainment and through television through other means, and that's for a different podcast, Pop Culture Connection. But in any event, it's available on Flips, Ring of Honor, Best in the World. And if you want to watch a wrestling show, you definitely want to order Ring of Honor. Let's run down the card. We'll start at the bottom, work our way up. Again, this isn't necessarily the order of the matches. We got a tag team attraction, War Machine versus CNC Wrestle Factory. That's Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. For the team of War Machine and CNC Wrestle Factory, they're going to put on a good show. That may open up the show, but they're all four of them. Those men are excellent wrestlers. Dalton Castle with the boys versus the last real man, Silas Young. Admittedly, I missed last week's Ring of Honor on Destination America. I have it on DVR. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I think Dalton Castle was on last week. I haven't seen him yet. I've heard good things about Dalton Castle. I just haven't been able to witness it yet, so I will this Friday. Silas Young, if you want to call him kind of a throwback to just those rough and rugged wrestlers, just kind of no BS, doesn't take stuff from anybody. That's going to be a hard-hitting match, I think. That should be fun. Donovan Dijak with Truth Martini, who's going to be busy that night. We'll be taking on Mark Briscoe with ODB. Mark Briscoe, one half of the Briscoe brothers, of course, Jay Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champion. Mark with the Redneck Kung Fu. Mark Briscoe is very, very entertaining. He looks like a wild man, but he's definitely worth... A lot of times his matches are worth admission, at least till intermission. So that one should be good. Matt Sydal and ACH taking on Adam Page and BJ Whitmere. Matt Sydal, as you all remember, Evan Bourne from WWE. He's back in Ring of Honor. I saw him at Final Battle, the pay-per-view, which was also at Terminal 5. That was last December. Matt Sydal, tip-top form, high-flying. I mean, he is on par, on point with his matches, with his moves. He's very entertaining. ACH is a phenomenal athlete. If you have not seen ACH, watch Ring of Honor and make sure you watch a match that has ACH in it. I've seen him last year at Field of Honor in Brooklyn at MCU Park. Actually took on Cedric Alexander in a match that unfortunately the crowd completely ignored because they were kind of ganging up on themselves, the crowd that is, and these two were putting on a clinic in the ring, and unfortunately no one really paid attention to it. Undue justice on that. So if you ever get the Field of Honor 2014 DVD, make sure you watch that match first. They're deserving of it. Because they're taking on Adam Page and BJ Whitmere of the Decade. And that, again, a lot of, we got a couple tag team matches already. Matt Sydal, he's a former WWE tag team champion. I don't know if he ever held the Ring of Honor tag titles, but Matt Sydal and ACH as a tag team, I would love to see them actually as tag team champions. Speaking of tag teams, we have a 6-man tag team match coming up at Best in the World. It is the Kingdom. It will be Adam Cole and as far as I know still, the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. No, I'm sorry. They are not the Junior. They are the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Michael Bennett and Matt Taven with, of course, the lovely Maria Kanellis in their corner. Taking on the Bullet Club, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. AJ Styles, IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the Young Bucks. They are the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. New Japan Pro Wrestling, representing with the IWGP Championships, all of them. With a working relationship with Ring of Honor, and this match really is going to be, even though, they're all Westerners, this match is going to be representing New Japan in a big, big way. And this match is going to be, I think, going to be one of the best matches of the night. And I'm saying it right off the bat, one of the best. I think the best match of the night is going to be Matt Sydal and ACH versus Page and Whitmere. But the 6-man tag is going to be very entertaining. I don't think we've seen Adam Cole in a while. He just got back recently. He's been out since Final Battle, the last time they were in Terminal 5. So Adam Cole's 0-1 so far. But we'll see how he fares this Friday. Now, let's move on. The Ring of Honor World Championship #1 contender triple threat match. It's as announced by matchmaker Nigel McGuinness, the top 3 competitors with the best win-loss records. Mr. Ring of Honor Roderick Strong taking on Moose, taking on Unbreakable Michael Elgin. Roderick Strong is one of 2, I believe, 2-time Ring of Honor World Champions. Unbreakable Michael Elgin, a former Ring of Honor World Champion himself. Moose, no titles yet, but he is a force to be reckoned with. This man is a monster. He is a moose, for crying out loud. This match, based on 2 former champions are in it, I'm going to give it to Moose. I think Moose is going to walk away as the new #1 contender to the World Championship. We'll get to that match in a moment. In a no disqualification match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, The Addiction will be defending their titles against Red Dragon. And this match, both new school and old school, will be represented. The Addiction, Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, they definitely can mix it up with the best of them, but these guys are veterans. They're pros. They've been around for a while. They know that they were in TNA, you may remember him in TNA, finally, and I think long overdue, to finally be Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. But they're going to be taking on Red Dragon, who's probably one of the best Ring of Honor tag team champions, if not one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling today. But in this match, no disqualification. I'm calling the Addiction. Now, in a show called Best in the World, you have to prove who is best in the world. The only way to do that is in the main event. Champion versus champion, title for title. The Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Jay Lethal, will be defending against the man who will put the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship on the line, Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe has yet to been pinned or submitted in the last 2 years. He had to forfeit the World Heavyweight Championship the last time he had it. Jay Lethal has held the World Television Championship for about a year, a little over a year, in fact. So these two men truly are the best in the business right now. And there's only one way to determine the best in the world is champion versus champion. That match is going to be, again, you have the brute strength and just the, I don't want to say nastiness, but just that come at you with guns flaring Jay Briscoe and a technical aspect of Jay Lethal. This match, it's hard to determine a winner. I'm going on record, though. I'm saying right now, the man who will walk out both the Ring of Honor World Television Champion and the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion will be Jay Lethal. I think we're going to have a new Ring of Honor World Champion this Friday. That's Best in the World. Whether you watch it on cable, satellite, flips. I don't know if you can watch it through ROHWrestling.com, but you can always give it a shot. But that's my take real quick on a couple of matches at Ring of Honor. Coming up, we had, well, not coming up, just last Sunday. Yeah, Money in the Bank. Let's flip over to WWE. Sheamus is Mr. Money in the Bank. I did not see that coming, not even a mile away. Sheamus was one of the last guys I thought they would give the briefcase to. I kind of thought maybe Kane to kind of swerve with Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns, I just figured he's been on a tear this year and why not give it to him. Yeah, those are really the only two guys I thought were going to win, Kane or Roman Reigns, but not Sheamus. But Sheamus is Mr. Money in the Bank, and if I was Sheamus, I'd cash in real fast, because this past Monday on Raw, the Authority announced the new number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and unfortunately for Seth Rollins, it is the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. He is back in the WWE. His suspension is up, and Seth Rollins wanted nothing to do to be in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Now, this match will take place in about 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks, at WWE's pay-per-view Battleground. And this match has to end in a DQ or count-out, unless Sheamus cashes in again on Money in the Bank, and this becomes the pattern of Brock Lesnar, not winning the title, not winning the match because of Money in the Bank cash-ins, because I don't see Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar. So I feel there's going to be some sort of interference. Rollins will walk away with the title. Maybe not the victory, but he'll walk away with the title. I think they also announced Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt for Battleground. Now, I actually, admittedly, I missed the first half of Money in the Bank. I had some pre-engagements I had to take care of. I mean, I caught up with it eventually. But I do know that during the Money in the Bank ladder match, Bray Wyatt came in, knocked Roman Reigns off the ladder, costing him Money in the Bank. Bray Wyatt is very upset that he lost to Roman Reigns in a quote-unquote qualifier for the Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's why that happened. But let's get to the two best matches of the night. I got home just in time for Kevin Owens, John Cena, the rematch. And I am very happy I got home for Kevin Owens versus John Cena, the rematch. Often, when you have a rematch, like the second match, not just, they fought 12 times, then had a rematch of the 11th match. I'm talking about the second time these two guys were in the ring together. Usually, the second time around, usually not as good as the first. This match at Money in the Bank was better than their match at Elimination Chamber. Kevin Owens actually got the best out of John Cena. Even with a mess-up move that John Cena tried to do at the end, the flip over sunset, even with that happening, Kevin Owens got John Cena to look good in this match, instead of just looking like a powerhouse or just the same old stuff from John Cena. John Cena wins the match, long story short. Kevin Owens goes to shake the hand. Well, excuse me, John Cena goes to shake the hand of Kevin Owens. Owens shakes, and then, of course, kicks him in the belly. Dusty Rhodes. Love you, buddy. And then Kevin Owens gives John Cena the powerbomb to the outside apron, and it looked nasty. Figured John Cena kind of caught up with himself. He hit the side of the ring hard. So Kevin Owens, even though he lost, he still comes out the top heel, and the best thing going in WWE right now. The match, to say it was technical, look, it's two guys, two brawlers, but by God, best match of the night, if not right now, the best match of the year. The other fantastic match of the night was the ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Now, admittedly, this match at times went slow. Actually, went a little too slow for me. Near the end, it just kind of a little bit dragged on. But with that being said, these two gave it their all. They just let it hang out in the wind and just put their bodies on the line. We saw some hard hits and hard bumps we have not seen in the WWE in a long, long time. It's hard to justify discussing this match or just talking about it. If you have the WWE Network, go back and watch Money in the Bank. Go watch Kevin Owens, John Cena Part 2. Go watch Rollins and Ambrose in the ladder match. If you don't have the WWE Network, I don't know why you don't have it. Get it. It's only $10 a month, for crying out loud, and June is free for brand new subscribers. I am not paid to say that. I am telling you because that's how much I believe in this network. If you watch nothing else on the network, if you watch none of the reality shows, none of the new original programming, none of the old pay-per-views, if you just watch it for the new pay-per-views, it's $10 a month for a pay-per-view as opposed to $55. The math justifies the reasonings itself. So that's my take. And as usual, TNA, I have nothing to say about TNA. The only thing, I saw a quick clip online, EC3 and Kurt Angle cutting a promo, and EC3 talking about, without really mentioning names, but all the guys that Kurt Angle has beat, that was kind of slick and not too shabby. But right now, so far, so good in the wrestling world. Not too much to report here. And I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed as some of my thoughts, what's happening. I hope you watch Ring of Honor. And I'll be here next week to talk about the pay-per-view, talk about what's going on Raw. I'm going to try and watch SmackDown tonight. Oh, how could I forget NXT? I mean, I last night when I'm recording this is Thursday, but I watched last night's NXT. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens put on a good fight. That's pretty much what it was a fight, double DQ. But that's all right. Sometimes it's not too bad. Kind of the way NXT's been going, their shows have been better than Raw and SmackDown. But I want to mention is this, which will be, again, live on the pay-per-view, July 4th, live from Tokyo, Japan. I think it goes live at 6:30 a.m. here. Kevin Owens will defend the NXT Championship against Finn Balor at Sumo Hall in Tokyo, Japan. I'm pretty sure Finn Balor is going to walk out the new NXT champion, and Owens is going to be permanently on the main roster. But from what I heard, I think that whole show is going to be broadcast on the network. If not the whole show, it will be the first house show that Brock Lesnar does in about a decade, because Brock will be there. And I believe it's the first time he's in that arena since being the IWGP champion almost 10 years ago. A little less, maybe. So definitely be on the lookout for that. That I can't wait for. That's a cool special that you'll be able to watch on the network. With that being said, folks, I'm going to get out of here now. And thank you for listening. Remember to follow me everywhere on pretty much every social media. Just search More365, M-O-H-R 365. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for downloading. Catch you on the other side.